I don't need anything except this rubber chicken. Maybe San Pasquale. I don't need anything except this rubber chicken and San Pasquale, Jay. Well, maybe Chef Cheeto. I love Chef Cheeto.
Yeah, Chef Cheeto's our guy.
Or this little figurine of Baby Yoda.
Baby Yoda, Dr. Baby Yoda.
I don't need anything except this baby chicken, San Pasquale, the chef for the monks. Well, I might need some oil. I don't need anything but this Colorado Mills sunflower oil, San Pasquale, this baby chicken, a horn, and Cheeto.
What about those spices?
Okay, I don't need anything except this chicken, rubber chicken, San Pasquale, Colorado Mills sunflower oil, Baby Yoda, Dr. Baby Yoda, picture of Cheeto, my bike horn, and spices from the Spice Guy. That's all I need. But I need you, Jay, and we need you guys. It is how weird is the world right now, Jay?
About as weird as that intro, which fits, so I get it. I get it. Man,
how weird is the world?
Give that chicken my job over here and let it do my job. Yeah.
That's the voice of Jay Parker. I'm Greg Hollenbach. It is a June 3rd, a Tuesday, right? Isn't it a Tuesday?
No, Wednesday.
Is it really Wednesday? I'd like to say all's well in the world. I don't know what day it is. I don't know what time it is. All I know is we got a lot of work to do, Jay.
A ton.
And we have a huge announcement coming this Saturday at 6 p.m. I mean, so big. I don't know what's going to happen to you or me or anybody else.
It's like that song, so wide you can't get around it, so tall you can't get over it.
This announcement is going to be life-changing for us, and we want to share it with you. And so the next couple of days, right? Today's Thursday?
Wednesday.
Okay. The remainder of today, tomorrow and Friday, we're going to bring you some programming that has to do with – did you guys know that we do something called the Summer Dinner Series? Jay, did you know we do the Summer Dinner Series?
I'm aware.
Can you, in 20 seconds, tell me what the Summer Dinner Series is?
The Summer Dinner Series is a collection of dinners.
And you could take a little more time than that.
Okay, thanks. So the Summer Dinner Series is a collection of dinners with some of the top chefs here locally in Colorado. That is
Cheeto was in one of them.
Yeah, Chef Cheeto. What is
with
it?
Preston.
What's it called when something precedes? What's the opposite of preceding something? It postseeds. It postseeds
yes.
our road
Understood.
trip.
Heard.
So our road trip, we go out, we meet farmers, ranchers, distillers, brewers, restaurateurs, restaurateurs.
But this year,
well, we're still doing that.
Oh. Could that have been a part of the announcement Saturday? No.
Well,
that isn't.
No.
That's okay.
No.
We're going on road trip on the 17th.
Yeah.
Restaurants are rebooting.
Man, you're freaking me out
sorry.
right now.
I thought you were still post-seating.
Well, you said what is Summer Dinner Series, so I'm telling it, but
okay.
you have to say something
about
road trip because that's what leads into Summer Dinner Series. So road trip, we go out for a million days, right, or 10. And we build relationships and we source products and with all Colorado agriculture, food, beverage, and then Summer Dinner Series. Farms, ranches, breweries, distilleries,
wineries,
factories,
all through Colorado.
You name
a loop, 10 days.
10 days.
Me, you, Brian Freeman, we get in. Truck, go.
It's a gas.
And then what happens when we come back in July?
When we come back in July, that's when the Summer Dinner Series happens.
What is the Summer Dinner Series?
The Summer Dinner Series is a collection of some of the top chefs here in Colorado.
Using great products.
With all the products,
the goodies we sourced.
Some of the products that we sourced, or however. All of them.
That's why we go.
That's why we source them.
But give an idea of some chefs in the past.
Current sponsor. Chefs in the past, Keegan Gerhard.
Brother Luck.
Carrie Brother Luck.
Daniel Asher.
Come
on. Chef Preston Phillips.
Come on.
Cheeto,
Justin Brunson.
Cheeto. Keep going. A lot.
Yeah.
Top name chefs here in Colorado.
Yeah.
all summer long. Summer dinner series.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Every Tuesday night. But this year, kind of weird.
Super weird.
Right. But we got a great venue. And we're going to announce it on Saturday along with the schedule of the chefs. Mm-hmm. We're still going on road trip. It's more important than ever right now, Jay, to keep Colorado connected with our agriculture and the products and the people and their stories and the purveyors. So we will tirelessly, and you know what I'm talking about because you're carrying the 50-pound backpack in the middle of a farm somewhere out in a field with a pig chasing you. You know better than anybody,
I got bit by a pig.
You got bit
last
by a pig.
Year, yeah. That we had for the Summer Dinner Series week 3, I believe.
I got mauled by a rabbit.
Well,
no, I didn't, but I could have.
You crashed a drone.
I did crash a drone.
On the first
So
flight.
we've got some big announcements, but a lot of work to do. So in the meantime and in between time, what are we going to do with today's show, Jay?
Today's show, we're going to show you a little bit about what Summer Dinner Series looked like last year from Studio Kitchen, Colorado, with
and this year our venue, so much social distance, you wouldn't even know that there were people around you. It would be like you have a top chef cooking just for you.
Can I say where it is?
In front, no.
Oh.
Because that's part of the special announcement. This Saturday's the Modern Eater Show. If you've never tuned in to the Modern Eater Show, right? Mm-hmm. This Saturday would be the one to tune into. There's going to be a lot of reminiscing, a lot of announcements, a lot of here's what we're going to do this summer, a lot of here's how you can get involved. Jay.
I'll play some clips from some of the Summer Dinner Series.
Today's Brother Luck dinner. This will be a taste. Here, let's give him one. Brother Luck will rejoin us this year for Summer Dinner Series.
Correct.
This is Brother Luck last year. Summer Dinner Series from Studio Kitchen, Colorado, where we are right now. Guys, restaurants, they're just, small businesses, it is tough out there right now. Be good to each other. Take care of each other's mental health, property. Be there for each other. Right now, it's more important than ever. Okay? We're going to show you this clip. We're going to get hard to work, but all I need is San Pasquale, this rubber chicken, Colorado Mills sunflower products, the Spice Guy spices, this horn, Cheeto, Dr. Baby Yoda, and my MacBook.
And
and I need
10
a lot of Gatorade,
10 bruised beers.
Because we're going to be running. We're going to be running. Okay, please support all of our great sponsors. Check out themoderneater.com. Like and love our Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. Take care of each other. Enjoy this clip. It's a big clip. It's a 2-hour clip.
It's a 2-hour clip.
From last year's one of the dinners of the Summer Dinner Series. Road Trip is on. Summer Dinner Series is on. Big announcement this Saturday. Good to see you. Now is the time. A couple of introductions for you. Welcome, Modern Eaters. You are here in one place. First of all, welcome to week 6 of the Summer Dinner Series with Chef Brother Luck. Let's hear it for Brother Luck. Wow. This dinner is going to be amazing. You're going to hear so many things. First of all, who has been in this kitchen before? We've got some newcomers. Okay, great. We love new people because as we start to grow with the Modern Eater and what we do, you're going to learn a lot tonight about local, community, chefs, ingredients, and you are in the kitchen right now. You can't get any closer to a chef's table experience than this. The Modern Eater. What we do here on Saturday nights is a live show on iHeartRadio. 630 KHOW is our local affiliate. And we're basically the champions for anything local and ingredients. And we're so happy to have you here. My co-host of the show, Brian Freeman. Hi, Brian.
Hello, hello.
We're going to talk to you tonight about all the good stuff that has to do with dining, beverages. Thank you tonight for Brother Luck and Distillery 291 and Brass Brewing Company for our happy hour. Were the drinks delicious? Yeah, let's keep those going. So you'll hear from Michael Myers and Phillips and the boys from Brass Brewing Company. Colorado Springs is kind of the theme for tonight. But what we want to do is tell you that what we do here in this kitchen is basically a studio. This is where we create content for folks. We went on a road trip. Well, how many days in a row, Brian?
Oh, it was 8 wonderful days.
8 days in Colorado, 3 boys. Jay Parker doing hard work back here. We are streaming live. Jay Parker, let's hear from him. He's doing hard work right now. So check us out on the Modern Eater Facebook page. We're going to stream this dinner here tonight so your friends and family can see how lucky you are to be enjoying this dinner. We'll talk to Growers Organic and Brian Freeman, who sources all great Colorado produce and beyond. We also want to thank Rome Sausage, Jefferson Farms Products, the Rabbit here tonight, and Jane. You'll hear from Jane. Gluten-Free Things and the Spice Guy and Aspen Baking Company. The bread that you have in front of you, you have 2 options, a gluten-free option and a full-on gluten option from Aspen Baking Company. And so you'll hear from Hollis and John Irvin, and it's really that kind of family environment. I need to stop talking because everybody wants to hear from this man. It's Chef Brother Luck. Chef Brother, welcome back to the kitchen, my friend.
Yeah, no, I'm excited. It's been a few months. I think I was here last in January. So
yeah, cooking it. I think we had that on the TV earlier, but you were just opening up Lucky Dumpling.
Yeah,
and that's going very well.
Yeah, we were in the middle of opening our second restaurant down in Colorado Springs, which is called Lucky Dumpling. We are now full steam, and that restaurant is doing amazing, so it's pretty cool to see. You'll get a twist tonight on one of the ideas I have for the new menu, which was inspired by tonight's dinner. So it'll be fun to kind of play around with some of the flavor profiles, some of the dishes. I wanted to kind of dance back and forth between my love of both restaurants. 2 very different styles. A lot of people always ask me, what is my approach with food? What is my style with food? It's definitely a Southwestern inspired cuisine with a lot of Asian influence. But then I'm Creole, so it's really confused because now there's like Louisiana and Spanish and French and Indian, so a little bit of everything. But we're going to dance around tonight. We had some beautiful ingredients from growers. Thank you so much, Brian. Got to cook on some of the gorgeous equipment, this Yoder, Insane, and I wanted to incorporate as much as I could into the experience tonight. So it's really nice to be able to showcase the ingredients, the product, the equipment, and put together a fun menu.
I think everyone's excited to be here. Has anyone seen this guy on Top Chef? Maybe once? Yep. So here, you want to make all your friends jealous tonight. Like Greg said, we are streaming this live on Facebook. Go to your Facebook and share it with your friends because they will be jealous because they will see up close all night Brother Luck, his family behind him, and all of you eating this killer food, getting to drink some awesome libations. And so thank you to all the farms. Thank you to all the support staff, the Little Riches, the Dave Avery, all the people that makes this happen every Tuesday night all summer long and every Saturday night on iHeart KHOW Radio. So check that out because it's more of the same. Thanks for coming, and I'm going to let it get right back to you, brother. First dish.
Yeah, so some of you have seen me kicked off of Top Chef many times. It happens, you know. They keep inviting me back. I keep getting kicked off. I told them just give me my own show on Last Chance Kitchen. Like, I don't even need to do the main show anymore. Just let me do Last Chance Kitchen.
This is the last chance kitchen
the last. I told him just stop calling it LCK and just put the U in there, and then it's Luck Kitchen. I mean, it works. So we're in the middle of stone fruit season, and I was on the phone with these gentlemen doing a radio interview, and I believe it was Keegan was actually talking about how beautiful the cherries were. And he was like, they're luscious and they're 2 bites and they drip down your arm when you're eating them. And, you know, he like made love to this cherry on the radio. I was like, which station are we listening to? I wasn't sure what was actually happening. We talking about food or are we talking about cherries? Goes either way, goes either way. So, as we were talking about this, I thought, you know, the first course I want to do is definitely a stone fruit course. So this is stone fruit in a couple different ways, just really trying to showcase the beauty of the fruit and this time of the year and the bounty that we get, because pretty soon we're just going to keep canning and preserving and pickling and making chutneys with all of this fruit. So while we get to eat it fresh, this is a great time. So what we've done is you have an apricot panna cotta, which is just stirred cream or cooked cream. We took a bunch of these really, really ripe apricots. We cooked them down with just a little bit of coconut sugar. Made a puree out of that, worked that in with some gelatin. Then we did the cherries. The cherries have been macerated in Pedro Jimenez cherry vinegar, a little bit of agave nectar, and a touch of soy in there. And then you have the plums. The plums were simply tossed in a little bit of oil. And then they were grilled right here on this Yoder. So I wanted that charred, smoky flavor. Underneath you have some Haystack Mountain goat cheese that's crumbled in there lightly. We finish it off with a little bit of black pepper vinaigrette. And then some really nice arugula. So you're going to get some nice brightness to kind of play around. So some of the different acidities and bites of the fruit counterbalance with the fat and the creaminess and the sugar of the panna cotta. So that's kind of where I was looking for that medium, and I thought the cheese would be perfect because it does add in that tangy element that ties in the 2 creams. So enjoy.
So I will jump in there real quick to give you an idea. The plate that you have in front of you actually has 3 different local farms on it. So the panna cotta, the apricots, come out of Hotchkiss, Colorado, Rancho Duranzo. The cherries are coming out of Paonia, and that's a little farm called Berg Harvest. And then the last one on there is the Haystack Mountain cheese, just out of Fort Collins. This is just the first course. So you are going to get more local food tonight, hopefully, than you've had in a long time. And again, I encourage you, go to your Instagram and tag Brother Luck.
At Chef Brother Luck.
At Chef Brother Luck, right there. Tag that on your Instagram, and you will have a lot of friends. Enjoy the first course.
Yes, I tag a lot. We'll let that just kind of soak in. I'm not worried about it. I put some ground almond into the panna cotta cream, so just let these kind of soften a little bit.
Just like that silk taco situation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I always tell people, like, 90% of Top Chef is recovery. How well can you recover in the weeds? Me either. They ain't never.
Hello. When was the last time you saw 20 pounds of local, organic Colorado cherries? Get out of here. You didn't see these. They're gone. They're done. Somebody already bought those babies. Too late on that one. Because it is local season here in Colorado. There is all kinds of crazy good food. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. What is this? Easter egg radishes right there, baby. Easter eggs. Who are we? Where are we? We are at Growers Organic in Denver, Colorado, showing you tasty local vittins. Look at this. Spring onions. When was the last time you threw some of those bad boys on a grill? Everybody needs some grilling onions. It's that time of year. We've got red. We've got yellow. We've got radishes of 5 different flavors. Oh, wait. Hello. It's Tom McCracken at Green Earth Farms. Some killer frisee. Check it out. We're here all year long, 363 days of the year. We're working. www.growersorganic.com, Facebook Growers Organic, and Instagram feed. Check it out. You see these big boxes from Rocco's? Local cabbage with the wrapper leaves on it. Gotta love it. What do I see? What do I see? Oh, look at these. Look at these babies. Look at that. That is a French breakfast radish right there. Wait a second. Is it time? Is it time? Do you eat one? Yes, you eat one. But we do have some local apricots. Do you like my apricots? These are Rainier's. Wait, you got to see Berg Harvest Farm on our road trip. So we're rocking it out. Like I said, we're at Growers Organic, showing everything local. Everything is love here. Wait a second. Oh, look at those local mushrooms. Who's got that? Who needs that? So, hey, we're just having fun. We're at Growers Organic. We're showing the local goods. I'm stealing some of my own raspberries. Don't tell my boss. From Morning Fresh Dairy. Hey, Brian, can you go grab me a bag of Bow and Arrow local white cornmeal? Oh, as a matter of fact, I have it right here. What about our friends? What about Osage Gardens? Oh, can I get a pound of oregano? Yes, you can get a pound of oregano. Where do you think you are? Young pea greens. Look at that. Here at Growers Organic. Check it out. Come on down anytime you want to come down, because we've got Rancho Duranzo, my friend Thomas Cameron, Berg Harvest, the Thievers. We've got peaches from Black Bear. We've got everything that is local. Oh, and Big B's juice. Jay, can I get you a juice? It's a pomegranate lemonade, locally made right here in Jay Parker's hands. Can somebody grab me a big old fat bag of basil? Nice. Oh, yes, it is. Rocky Family Farm. You gotta love that. Do you want poblanos? I've got the poblanos. Do you want, oh, is that a cayenne pepper? Ooh, that is a spicy pepper. That's right, folks. What we love to do at Growers Organic is have fun, and we love to hang out with our local farming friends. I want to thank all those people for doing organic. So just remember, go organic with Growers Organic.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm Dan with Proud Souls Barbecue and Provisions. Welcome all of you out there at the Modern Eater Summer Dinner Series. I just wanted to showcase our shop here, located at 2485 North Federal in Sloan's Lake, Jefferson Park area, Denver. It's an all things barbecue shop, so we've been around for about 2 years. Got a little bit of everything in the shop to satisfy all your backyard grilling needs. So walking in the shop here, carry everything from sauces and rubs, wonderful ingredients to add to your grilling experience, all different types of fuels. So we've got some Rockwood charcoal, we've got some Blues Hog, as well as some briquettes. Right now we're rolling past our one of our most popular lines, the Yoder Smoker. We have a Yoder here at the Modern Eater, the charcoal cooker that the chefs will be using for the summer dinner series. We also carry their pellet line. Rolling back in here to the back of the shop, that big green egg, similar to the one you see here at the Modern Eater. That's the XL, does a great job of grilling and smoking. Rolling back into our gas grill line, as well as our Memphis. So the Napoleon gas grill line here, fantastic gas grills, built-ins as well as carts. We got all different sizes, everywhere from 4 burners to 6 burners to 8 burners. They've got an infrared on there, rotisserie, really high-quality cookers for your backyards. Strolling across the shop here, we got a little grill grade decal from our friends down at 210 Steel. Gateway drum smoker. If you're looking for something a little bit hotter, a little bit faster, sets in nicely at about 300 degrees, whether you're hanging ribs, chicken, brisket, or pork. Bottom line is we got all kinds of cool stuff here at the shop. Backyard guys turned competition guys turned caterers decided to follow our passion and open up a kick-ass store here, like I mentioned, at 25th and Federal. We've also got an awesome meat cooler in the back, all different types of some locally sourced meats. Chef Justin Brunson opened up his new company, River Bear. So we got their sausages, their Texas hot links, their bacon, as well as some Duroc spare ribs, some Duroc pork butts, as well as some Midland Meat Company beef, some delicious Wagyu crossed with some Angus, delicious cuts of strips, some ribeyes, some plate ribs, some ground beef, anything basically for you guys to throw on your smoker, your cooker in your backyard. So in summary, a one-stop shop for all your needs. So stop by, see us. We're open here 7 days a week, 10 to 6. We'd love to chat with you guys.
I love how you did that, brother, right there. That is classic.
What? I didn't do anything.
What's that?
What did I? Oh, put her there?
Yeah, just wait. There's still. I was like, dude. And I came back around and said, oh, I take it back to the ring. Oh, no, I didn't get
What's this one under the table? That's so funny. Wait a second here. I gotta see if
you're just tuning in to the Modern Eater Live, you're watching Chef Brother Luck from 4 by Brother Luck and Lucky Dumpling Summer Dinner Series Week 6. And so far, so good. Second course is on its way out. If you guys need tickets to the next dinner, which is the ACF Colorado Chefs Association dinner, go to summerdinnerseries.com. Only about half the tickets left for that one. Only about half the tickets left. That's going to be a great dinner. Obviously, way too late to be here tonight, but you can be here on the 13th. We've got 7 different chefs all collaborating on one menu. That's August 13th for Summer Dinner Series Week 7. And then it's Summer Dinner Series Week 8 with Chef Justin Brunson to close out this year's Summer Dinner Series. Almost sold out. Just a handful of tickets left, honest to goodness. So if you want tickets to that one, you better go to summerdinnerseries.com right now and look for tickets. Jay Parker here, Greg Hollenbach, Brian Freeman, Growers Organic, Little Rich Schneider, Raquelitas Tortillas. You ready?
Whenever you are.
Let's talk to Brother about this second course.
What is it down there? It's right around the corner from Lucky Dumpling.
Wow, 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 wow. What do you think? How is course 1 of Brother Luck's dinner? Unfortunately, we have to call it a night. No way we would do that to you. Just because we can't refund the money. We already spent it. That's the only reason. Course 2 is on its way. We're going to catch back up with Brother here in a minute. But one of the special things of the evening, Brian, is that we have the opportunities to actually bring you the purveyors here. And this rabbit empanada that's coming up here. First of all, is rabbit tabooed? Anybody in here? No. Rabbit? Let's have some rabbit, right?
Portioning the cheeks.
So our friends and this gal, her name is Jane Levine. She's been such a supporter of the Modern Eaters show and Jefferson Farm Products. I want to just give a minute here because we love what you do in Salida. We go slide through Salida. Jane Levine, it's so cool what you do, but the rabbit production, we're ramping it up and we're going to bring more rabbits to the front range. Here's Jane Levine.
Greg's going to make me cry. Well, thank you. These guys have all been at the farm down where we raise the rabbits, but we also do alpacas. So I'm one of those weird people that you'll find. So right now we're currently producing about 80 to 100 rabbit a month. We've got River Bear American Meats carrying the rabbit with Justin Brunson, and he's doing a fabulous job. And Growers Organic is going to start carrying the rabbit to supply the Western Slope. There's 2 restaurants over there. And I'm hoping Brother Luck really forms a connection with me and also wants some beautiful rabbit. So one thing about rabbit is it's one of the most environmentally efficient producers of protein. So the same amount of nutrition to produce 1 pound of beef produces 6 pounds of rabbit. A rabbit is mature in 3 months, not the 18 to 24 months that beef will take, not the 6 to 8 months that lamb will take. So it's got a good rapid rise in production, and it has a higher protein level, much lower cholesterol level, and a much better meat-to-bone ratio. So it is, there's nothing negative about rabbit other than the cute factor. And I grew up, yeah, they are cute and we give them a really good life, but, you know, they are the bottom of the food chain. They are the ultimate prey animal. So I do too. I have 100 rabbits in my yard, but I don't eat those rabbits. I want domestic only. You know, so we do the New Zealand and the Californians, and those are actually the better meat rabbits. They're not a dual-purpose breed. So there are dual-purpose breeds where you can get a pelt with much higher quality fur product as well as meat, but we don't do that. So ours are really meat production only. And we built a special bunny barn. So these animals have well-ventilated, facilities. It's heated in the winter, it's cooled in the summer, it's bright. We have probably 8 windows in the barn, multiple doors, fans going. We do their water 3 times a day. We check them all the time.
I'll take that.
Yeah. So we want to make sure they have the best possible life and that we're being really responsible producers for food. And they are processed down in Westcliff. We have an Amish processor who handles all of our rabbits. So it's a great little production chain that we've got going.
Yes. Right there. I mean, that's why we do this, truly. So Jane Levine, Jefferson Farm Products, and she's become a friend and a family member of ours. And if you guys like the farm experience, she has a couple of Airbnbs on her farm in Salida. You should check that out because it is a deluxe experience. Look, I see people perking up with that. So Jefferson Farms, that's the rabbit that you're going to have in this next meal. It's kind of cool to know what you're about to eat, right? I mean, I like that myself. So I hope you appreciate this next dish. Brian, do you have anything to add to that before we throw it to Brother?
I think we just throw it to Brother.
Brother Luck, here it is, course 2, my friend. What are we about to take part in right now?
Yeah, so I actually serve a pretty decent amount of rabbit at the restaurant. Rabbit empanadas have been on our menu for about 2 years now. And I am really excited to have a Colorado vendor for this. So it's pretty cool. We're going to take it all from Justin Brunson. Sorry, Justin. I have a very sick sense of humor. So this rabbit empanada we're going to serve with carrots and herbs. Cycle of life, right?
I love you, brother.
Hakuna Matata, Lion King, PBS special, all that good stuff. Yeah, so we have some gorgeous heirloom carrots. We've shaved. We've done it almost escabeche style with a little bit of parsley, some chives, a little bit of vinegar, a little bit of oil, a little bit of salt, some creme fraiche. The pastry is tossed in a chimichurri, so you have cilantro, parsley, garlic, chili, vinegar, a little bit of oil just to kind of bridge it all together. And then we also took some of this B-squared honey. I was really impressed. I actually had a conversation with her at Slow Foods a couple weeks ago, and she introduced me to her whiskey barrel-aged honey. So I was like, that's awesome. I'm all about that life. So that's the honey we're actually gonna drizzle on there. But usually for the rabbit, we do a lot of charcuterie boards at the restaurant. So we actually took most of those rabbits, besides these empanadas, and turned them into some really pretty rillette for the restaurant this weekend. So it's pretty awesome about that. And then, like I said, this is one of the bigger things that we have on the menu. So a lot of empanadas all the time.
One cool thing is, so brother, first of all, this dish is amazing. Nobody here has seen this before, except Steve. Steve, I know you've seen everything. But who here has been in a kitchen where you truly hear the chef and the caliber chef like Brother Luck talking to you on a one-on-one basis as they're in the kitchen, plating food? Come on, put up your hand if you've ever done that. Steve, you have too? 3 people. Philip, you have not. That's a special thing that we like to bring here from Studio Kitchen, Colorado, home of the Modern Eater Network. But Brother Luck, you inspire so many people. You keep people in this business. You recruit people into this business. You have this sense of servitude. You're a giving man. Where does that come from for you, brother, to where you just continually want to raise up people around you? And I'll give the example of one of your former chefs has a restaurant right next door to yours. That's really cool, brother.
Yeah, somebody took a chance on me. I got into culinary when I was about 14 years old, and it wasn't out of desire to be on Food Network or Top Chef. It was, I wanted a steak sandwich. I was hungry. It was that simple. And I got into kitchens because, it was welcoming. It was a world that was mixed of people from all walks of life. And when I was 16, I got put into a vocational school. And that vocational school changed everything for me. I was awarded $30,000 scholarship straight out of high school to go to culinary school. And the people who gave me that scholarship made me work for it. They made me earn it. They didn't just give it to me. And I've never forgotten that lesson. So, you know, mentorship is ingrained in me as a leader, as a boss, as a business owner, as a chef, because I truly love watching the success of other people. I think, you know, food is one of those industries where you'll never learn it all. There's too much. There's too many ingredients. There's too many cultures. There's no way to study it all and be an expert at everything. So I love being able to teach what I see when I travel, and I'm very fortunate to get to explore some pretty cool places. And then, you know, to have my own business where I can share a lot of the stories of motivation and being open and, you know, just trying to make a difference. You know, one of my mentors told me the word restaurant comes from the meaning to restore your community, and I've never forgotten that. And that's what our restaurants are about. We're ingrained in the community. We're part of the community. We're making a difference in the community. Whether you see it or you don't, you know, it's something that's really, really close to us and a big piece of what we do. So.
Well, and brother, speaking about community, you serve a beer at your restaurant, and you brought those people here with you tonight. Why don't you introduce them? And we'll have them come up and tell you a little bit about the beer you're drinking.
Yeah, so my lovely crew from next door.
So we got Woody and David here.
Yeah, so Brass is next door to my restaurant, Lucky Dumpling. And I last time I did this event, I brought up another brewery that I'm really close with, but I thought, you know, these are our neighbors. They support us on a daily basis. You know, we love serving their product, and they make great beer. So it was just the perfect situation when we talked about who was the brewer that we wanted to invite up.
Thanks. Yeah, so we're Brass Brewing Company, and we're about 16 months old, and brother and I, we talked about a few months ago, and then we've had our Blood Orange on over at his place, so we really appreciate being here.
It's a good beer.
Yeah, so Woody, tell us about that. We've got two beers tonight.
Yeah, so we have two tonight. It's a honey lager, and we just tapped that actually on Friday. It's about a 5.6% beer. Takes about almost 5 weeks to make, so anytime you do a lager, it's definitely taking some time. And then we also have the Kentucky Common, which is the one that we're going after Great American Beer Festival to win an actual award. And so that's now it's going to be a 4.9%. That is indigenous beer. It's you should definitely taste some corn in it, and so that's an historic Prohibition style beer. So.
One of my favorite things when I go into this brewery is the support for our armed services. Not just our military, but our firefighters, our policemen. It's amazing to see how much memorabilia is all over the walls of people who are patrons, people who support. In our restaurant, we actually work really close with 10th Group Special Forces. So the cooks actually come from the dining facilities, and they spend 30 days in our kitchen to get a better appreciation of culinary, of the job they've been assigned in the military. So when they go back on post, there's more passion behind it, which obviously translates to the food when they're putting up food either in the field or on post. So one of my favorite parts is getting to see that, and all of us have so many military a part of our families. I think it's special.
Yeah, and that's actually our logo. You see the 5 stars in it. So brass actually represents the brass that we all answer to. So I was both military for a long time, and I was also a state trooper here for a long time. And so when you walk into brass, like brother had said, we have a lot of portraits up there from all the different people coming in, and then represents our brand as well. So.
Well, thank you guys for coming out, and it's a pleasure. I hope you enjoyed their beer.
Yes, Brass Brewing. Who tried the beer? Anybody tried the beer? All right, our beer or whiskey? Which one? Who's whiskey in here? Okay, we got to watch the whiskey, people. Watch the whiskey, people. Beer is delicious. You've tried both. That's the guy after my own heart. I've tried both, too. Try everything. Enjoy yourself. We're going to turn the music back up. We'll come back with course 3, and we're going to show you some more folks that are purveying products for you tonight. Hopefully you're enjoying yourself at week 6 of the Summer Dinner Series. Everybody having a good time? I know your mouths are full. Yes, yes. Thank you so much.
The dumplings, yeah. Yeah. In the walk-in, there's a triangle of cotija cheese, straight back with all the chocolate dessert stuff. You want to just get that out and crumble that? So bummed that pastry got overcooked. I just remembered it was in the oven. I was like, shit.
Hello. When was the last time you saw 20 pounds of local, organic Colorado cherries? Get out of here. You didn't see these. They're gone. They're done. Somebody already bought those babies. Too late on that one. Because it is local season here in Colorado. There is all kinds of crazy good food. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. What is this? Easter egg radishes right there, baby. Easter eggs. Who are we? Where are we? We are at Growers Organic in Denver, Colorado, showing you tasty local vittins. Look at this. Spring onions. When was the last time you threw some of those bad boys on a grill? Everybody needs some grilling onions. It's that time of year. We've got red, we've got yellow, we've got radishes of 5 different flavors. Oh, wait. Hello. It's Tom McCracken at Green Earth Farms. Some killer frisee. Check it out. We're here all year long, 363 days of the year. We're working. www.growersorganic.com, Facebook Growers Organic, and Instagram feed. Check it out. You see these big boxes from Rocco's? Local cabbage with the wrapper leaves on it. Gotta love it. What do I see? What do I see? Oh, look at these. Look at these babies. Look at that. That is a French breakfast radish right there. Wait a second. Is it time? Is it time? Do you eat one? Yes, you eat one. But we do have some local apricots. Do you like my apricots? These are Rainier's. Wait, you got to see Berg Harvest Farm on our road trip. So we're rocking it out. Like I said, we're at Growers Organic, showing everything local. Everything is love here. Wait a second. Oh, look at those local mushrooms. Who's got that? Who needs that? So, hey, we're just having fun. We're at Growers Organic. We're showing the local goods. I'm stealing some of my own raspberries. Don't tell my boss. From Morning Fresh Dairy. Hey, Brian, can you go grab me a bag of Bow and Arrow local white cornmeal? Oh, as a matter of fact, I have it right here. What about our friends? What about Osage Gardens? Oh, can I get a pound of oregano? Yes, you can get a pound of oregano. Where do you think you are? Young pea greens. Look at that. Here at Growers Organic. Check it out. Come on down anytime you want to come down, because we've got Rancho Duranzo, my friend Thomas Cameron, Berg Harvest, the Thievers. We've got peaches from Black Bear. We've got everything that is local. Oh, and Big B's juice. Jay, can I get you a juice? It's a pomegranate lemonade, locally made right here in Jay Parker's hands. Can somebody grab me a big old fat bag of basil? Nice. Oh, yes, it is. Rocky Family Farm. You gotta love that. Do you want poblanos? I've got the poblanos. Do you want, oh, is that a cayenne pepper? Ooh, that is a spicy pepper. That's right, folks.
What we love to do at Growers Organic is have fun, and we love to hang out with our local farming friends. I want to thank all those people for doing organic. So just remember, go organic with Growers Organic.
No, babe, I'm good. You know, you know me, I always play nice. You know, even as hard as it can be sometimes. I still believe in that. But you got it. But I will tell you what, next time you swim on rapids, you're not swimming like this. I'm afraid so.
If you're just tuning in to the Modern Eater Facebook Live, you are watching Chef Brother Luck from 4 by Brother Luck and Lucky Dumpling in Colorado Springs for Summer Dinner Series, Week 6. Don't miss Week 7. Week 7 is going to be the ACF, Colorado Chefs Association dinner. 7 different chefs, all collaborating on one menu. That's going to be a real treat. Literally only half of the tickets available. Half have already sold out. The other half will sell out. So get your sweet ass over to summerdinnerseries.com and get your tickets. The last week, Week 8, to close it out, Burning Down the House with Chef Justin Brunson from Old Major. This dude, if you know anything about Chef Justin Brunson, he's a meat guy. And he's going to blow the roof off of this place when it comes to meat. And the Yoder Smoker from Proud Souls. So get tickets to that. Only, I think, literally 4 tickets left to that. So if you're listening to this right now, 4 tickets. Go get those tickets. But for right now, you're watching Chef Brother Luck do social media while he cooks in Studio Kitchen, Colorado, home of the Modern Eater Network. My name, I'm glad you asked, Jay Parker. I'm here with Little Rich Schneider from Raquelitas Tortillas, Brian Freeman from Growers Organic, and the one and only Greg Hollenbach, founder, creator, Oz of the Modern Eater Show. I'll let you get back to the ambient noise of the room.
much one does it bring up?
I'll make it 5 hours like I did last weekend. I'm like, stop at 5 hours. You have an understanding it's 20 miles an hour. I stop after 5 hours without having it.
Yeah.
You can't.
You want to help us a little bit here?
Well, it goes into the
cone and they fall out.
Wow, 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 wow. Look at my mom doesn't like noise. My mom wants us all to be quiet. Everybody be quiet because my mom wants silence. She plugged her ears. Thank you, guys. This is so great. Here comes the third course of the summer dinner series. How has the food been? It's delicious. I like to see that.
Well, let me ask, am I a bad person because I wanted to eat 2 rabbits?
Not at all. Brother Luck, this is an amazing dinner, my friend. Thank you very much. I want to ask you, before we get into describing this dish, how do you go about creating a menu for any particular dinner, because you do so many of them?
I had a very colorful past, so I find lots of inspiration everywhere.
Well, what was interesting about you, because we're doing this 8 weeks in a row, and this is week 6, is that Brother Luck's like, what do you got?
Yeah, no, I like to find inspiration. I feel like the food should be respected and just kind of allowed to do its thing. Even like this course that we're getting ready to go into, the tomatoes were ripe, so I didn't want to make a salad. Like, I just sliced it. It's summer. Like, I think there's something special about eating tomatoes in August. But yeah, it could be a sunset on Pikes Peak. It could be a painting I saw in a gallery. It could be a song or a tune that I heard someone playing on the street.
So this was gazing into my eyes.
It was. I found beauty
right
in your eyes, deep in your eyes.
I don't have.
I call this your soul. But the story behind this next dish is one of my favorite things to eat growing up was chorizo and eggs. And when we were talking about ingredients that we could get and things that would be great for the dinner, we started talking about the Rome sausage. And Jay said, "Hey, I've got chorizo." And I was like, well, I want eggs with chorizo. Like, that's just kind of a given. But, how do we reinvent it? How do we make it ours? So what I've done is I've done a chorizo pot sticker. I thought that was a great way because there's so much fat content in that pork and there's so much flavor profile in that spice and vinegar. It would work really well for the pork filling. And then the hollandaise is actually the egg component for me. So it's an egg yolk with butter whipped into it. It's extremely healthy. And I thought that would be a fun play on it. And then to pair it with the tomato, the huitlacoche, the cotija cheese, you know, those are just things that I would have put in that salad anyway. So it just kind of made sense in my head to bridge the few things together.
I love this. And last time you were in the kitchen, you did pot stickers as well. And the pot stickers are always a hit with you, brother. Education is something. You guys, this is kind of cool because we have some folks in the kitchen. First of all, you brought somebody here with you from 4 by Brother Luck. And I'd like to always give recognition to the folks that are in the kitchen. First of all, the folks that are in the kitchen working hard and the servers. I mean, come on, truly. Fabi, thank you so much. Aaron, thank you so much. Introduce this gal that's with you, would you?
So I've got a great story about Katie-san here. Katie has been working with me for what? It's been a minute.
I blacked out.
She blacked out. Katie came into my kitchen back in, I think maybe 2009, 2010. And she said, I want to do my internship. And I said, you don't have enough experience. Come back when you have some.
What is an internship?
I was a hard chef. And a few years later, I moved back. I think 2012, I came back to Colorado Springs. And I was running the Craftwood in Manitou. And my first week there, early in the morning, this young lady is knocking on the door. And I'm like, I have no idea who would even need my attention this early in the day. And I open the door and she says, Chef, you don't remember me, but you told me go get experience. I got experience. So I'm here for my job. I hired her. So Katie's been working with me for a while. When I started my restaurant, Street Eats, and finally went off on my own, she was the Jerry Maguire moment where I was like, who's coming with me? And she's the only one that did. So she actually helped me open the very first Street Eats, which was pretty cool. Her husband's enlisted in the Air Force, and I knew I had her for a few months before he got orders to go out to Mississippi. So thankfully they came back this year, and she gets to help me out. So.
That is such a great story, brother, and someone who is very similar like that to the Modern Eater Kitchen is this guy over here, Brandon Hart. Mm-hmm. Brandon, come on over here, man. This guy was a chef, and this is like what we are all about, and what this whole kitchen, and I mean, I think what so many people that come into this kitchen are all about. And what Brandon did was a chef, wanted to improve himself. Joined up with the ACF, and that's an organization that is very dear to the Modern Eater. We've been working with them from really almost the beginning. Joan Brewster, one of the old presidents, was just so near and dear to what we were doing about food and these young people and cultivating the next generation, because what we don't think about is the badass guys like this right here will be getting old. We need young people, and we need the next generation. And he's so humble. He comes into a kitchen like this, and he just wants to show up to work under brother. He showed up for so many chefs last year. He almost worked every dinner with us. He did. He worked every dinner with us just as a volunteer. Because one of the things, folks, this is really about volunteer. It's about how do we highlight what's going on in our local food scene? How do we bring these farms, distillers, brewers, and chefs to the forefront and give them a voice and give them a place that they can resonate with you. I mean, because like we saw, only 3 or 4 people have been at a chef's table and seen like this kind of interaction. And I'll tell you, even at a chef's table, you don't get the story. You don't get like his life of where he's been, what he's been doing. And then tie in the distillers and the brewers and then all the other industry people to have someone like Brandon day in and day out show up. He graduated with honors. He's about to move to Costa Rica after our next dinner. It just to go down and what be a teacher? What are you going to do down there?
I'm going to learn Spanish.
Yeah, sure. But he's going to school down there. Yeah, he wants to be constantly improving himself, and not only as a chef but as a community member. So I want to say thank you to you, Brandon. Next week he is going to be back actually behind this table. He is going to be back with the ACF chefs. We bring like 12 of the ACF chefs, and there'll probably be more or 7. I can imagine. I've only talked to so many, and they're so excited to come down and be a part of it, like everybody.
I'm just saying, I'm an ACS chef.
I love it.
I am.
Yes.
I am.
Right on. This is what this is about, folks. So,
yeah.
Thanks for coming out, Brandon. I want to give you a shout out though, because you are just this awesome young professional in our industry, and thank you.
Can we do more than a shout out? Let's hear from Brandon Hart. Oh my God. Truly, a guy that comes early, he leaves late. There's no job too big or too small. And this is just a reflection of everybody that's in this kitchen. But with you, sir, you have a bright future ahead of you. You do so much for all of us. And you bring joy to everybody's heart through the servitude that you have for each and every one of us. I want to have the microphone to you, Brandon, and just talk about Colorado, what you've learned, the Modern Eater, and tell your life story.
All right, I definitely didn't foresee having to speak on the microphone at all, ever. They do this to me all the time. I used to prefer to be in the behind the scenes, and there's just only so much you can learn working on a line in a dank, dark area, of a kitchen before you got to get out there and reach out and connect and network. And getting into school was the best thing I ever did with the ACF, and it connected me with opportunity here with Modern Eater, and these guys were the ones that let me, reach out and network and kind of get my face out there. And a lot of the promotions they've done, I've made so many friends, so many connections, getting to work with other chefs that I will be in touch with forever. I couldn't really be happier as an apprentice with the opportunities I've gotten through all of this. I am really grateful. So thank you so much, guys, for having me again.
Oh my God, listen, no more apprentice. It's now no longer apprentice Brandon Hart. It is Chef Brandon Hart right here in the kitchen.
It's sous chef.
I love it. Thank you so much, Chef. This guy, look for that in the future. One more thing, a distillery. It's a Colorado Springs thing. These guys, I love. Look at them. You can't run. Michael Myers, Philip Raleigh, put your forks down. Come on in here. Let's talk about this. Wow, award-winning. They are cutting new road in Colorado. Philip Raleigh, I love Philip. Philip's here. Michael Myers is here. They're bringing up the whiskey. Did anybody get to taste this delicious Colorado whiskey here tonight? Uh-oh. He's bringing up glasses. First of all, Philip Raleigh, we met a few years back. We fell in love. This is the man of the hour. I tell you what, if you love what Colorado does, it exemplifies these two right here. Michael Myers, Distillery 291. Let's hear from Michael.
Hi. I'm going to let Philip talk about the cocktail because I don't know it. He made it. I am Distillery 291 with my amazing team. I have about 12 of us. I started the distillery about 8 years ago. Last year I won World's Best Rye Whiskey. I've won many accolades before and after, and this year we just won 2 Platinum Sip Awards, which is people like you tasting the whiskey and judging it, and then we won 2 Masters each for the rye and bourbon out of
London for the spirit business. So big awards this year again. So talk about the cocktail.
Love 291. Thank you.
Well, it's fun. We love the Modern Eater. This is our home. We were actually just here Saturday with you guys. And Brother and I were on the phone, and he was telling us about his first course and how he's using the stone fruits. So I took a play on that, and if you had it, it's a stone fruit old fashioned. It's made with our rye whiskey. We made a simple syrup with what did I use? Peaches, red plums, cherries, apricots. So it's just really fun. I macerated that. They just sat in there. They've been aging. And Colorado has wonderful fruit to play with, and fruit and whiskey actually go really good together. A lot of those stone fruit notes are going to be in that rye. So cheers.
Cheers. Thank you. Thank you. 91.
Thank you, guys.
Cheers. Good to be here.
Chin chin.
Hey, Brother Luck, you know these guys at 291. What's your relationship with these guys?
I love these guys. One of my favorite parts about Colorado Springs is there is a number of award-winning, passionate distillers, brewers, mixologists, chefs. I mean, it just, the list goes on and on. And I had the pleasure of meeting these two back in, I think it was maybe 2013. I had just started my Street Eats restaurant, and I was invited to come cook at the distillery. And I was so blown away by the commitment they had, the story and the depth that they had, the flavor profiles, the systems, the sustainability. It was this magical formula that I got to watch, and then I was very fortunate to be able to pair something with it. And man, it's been a number of years since then, and we've done so many events together, and it's always a pleasure, whether it's speaking on panels or doing documentaries or whatever the case is. It's a beautiful thing to represent and keep up with what they're doing.
It really is. And my story's way too long to tell you guys tonight, but the one thing that Brother made me think of is when I started the distillery, I had never brewed beer or distilled in my life. So, and the bourbon and the rye recipe are recipe number 1 and number 2 with no changes. So,
well, and Michael, let me throw something else. Has anyone in here had 291 before tonight? Excellent. Okay. So a lot of you are newcomers. This man right here, these two gentlemen are innovators in their space. Are you doing anything different than everyone else? Are you doing just the same thing, Michael?
No, we do a few things different. So, so all my whiskeys finished on aspen staves. So toasted pieces of aspen go in the barrel for a few weeks at the end of when the whiskey's finished. I literally was making Colorado whiskey. I felt that aspen should be on the label. So I thought about the tradition of whiskey and that, Jack Daniels is filtered through sugar maple charcoal, so one of our white whiskeys is done that way with aspen. But I thought, why not, finish a whiskey on toasted aspen? And I literally took some aspen, took some whiskey, put it in a mason jar, was on a ride to Boulder from Colorado Springs, shook the jar into the whole ride, and then tasted it and was like, wow, that's pretty good. And that's how it started. That's how a lot of my stuff happened.
Well, but he said something that's interesting. Does anyone know what a stave is?
Kogarashi.
So maybe you should explain that, Michael.
So a barrel is made of staves. So a stave, those are aspen sticks or staves, but a stave is actually shaped a certain way. So quite a few staves go together to make a barrel. And they're planed a certain way so they fit and don't leak. So it was a word that whiskey people would know, and so that's why my staves are not actual staves; they're more of a stick. Well,
but Ann, don't you? I mean, I feel like you were one of the innovators on using stave versus, a full.
So
I'm dragging you back.
No, you're good. No, I can talk. But So with finishing whiskey, most whiskey, until I started it, all whiskey was finished in a wine barrel, oak. They didn't finish it on any other wood. And Woodford did a test right about the same time I started, and they finished a few whiskeys on different wood, but at the same time I was finishing my whiskey on aspen. So a little bit of an innovator in that way. Yeah. But I also built my own still. So again, I had never brewed beer or distilled. I read everything I could ever read about it. And so my still is built out of photogravure plates. It's a flat copper plate that you chemically etch an image into. You put ink on the plate, you put a piece of paper with it, you run it through a press, and you get an inked photograph. So I took those plates, 7 of them, cut them up, rolled them, bent the metal, and then had them TIG welded together. And my first still was a 45-gallon still that I could make 60 gallons a month on. And now it is the thump keg or the doubler of my 300-gallon still. So all my whiskey still goes across that original still. And that's me. I was a fashion and beauty photographer in New York, and 9/11 changed my life. Do you want me to tell my story? I don't want to bore you guys.
Tell the story. Okay. It's not about you.
So yeah, I shot Angelina Jolie when she was 15 and 16. Some of my last clients were the Olsen twins. I shot for Estee Lauder, Tiffany and Company, Ralph Lauren, Forbes, GQ, Esquire, Mademoiselle, what you name it, everybody but American Vogue. 9/11, lived 3 blocks from World Trade Center, was on Greenwich and Duane when the first plane flew over. Long story short, moved my family to Colorado Springs. My wife at the time's parents lived there. I commuted, got to a point, we moved back for a little while, moved back. Commuting, got tired, and thought about what could I do. I read an article about Stephen Goss, who created Hendrick's Gin and Sailor Jerry, and thought I could make whiskey. And so I picked up YouTube, every book I could, read about it, went to talk to Mike Bristol of Bristol Brewing. He was a friend. He said, I can brew beer, but I don't know anything about distilling. So I learned a little bit from him in 2 days, and then I started making whiskey. So pretty crazy. So I had a Weber, we still have a Weber grill that we grill all the aspen in the back of the distillery. So we just take aspen wood, start a fire, and then toast the aspen wood. Some of it gets a little more charred.
We might be able to hook you up with like a Yoder.
Okay.
We got some friends it's right down the road. Crowdsourcing.
Sorry. But yeah, and in that space, I started in 300 square feet, which is about the size of this hood, a little wider the table. And there's a whiskey Bible, Jim Murray's whiskey Bible. He tastes over 4,500 whiskeys. He rates them from 94 to 97.5, because that's the highest he'll give a rating, is liquid gold. And in that space, my barrel number 2 of that rye, sorry, got 94 points. I have 7 liquid golds from Jim Murray with 6 different recipes. So, yeah, meant to make whiskey, not be a photographer.
You guys, Michael Myers, it's such a treat. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This is awesome. 291, brother's back.
Yeah, so a fun story actually. When we were filming Top Chef Colorado, all the chefs say, what do you guys drink? And I said, well, I drank 291. And that became like the official behind-the-scenes whiskey of Top Chef Colorado. So it's very special, obviously before any of the world's best and all of that. I love to travel with it. I actually always show up to those Top Chef events with a bottle just because it's memories for us. But you know, it's a special story. So I love supporting everything that 291 is about. Wow. I did not know that.
Nice.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. So stepping into this next course, you know, this is a fun course. Anytime I want to make something that really just kind of trips people out and it's a wow factor, I make beef cheeks. And these beef cheeks are cooked really, really slow, really, really long. I'd say about 12 hours at about 250. This batch I did in a mixture of hoisin, smoked soy sauce, a little bit of gochujang. You know, the beauty is actually the soy sauce is a good friend of mine. I actually got to go experience his soy sauce factory in Japan, in Kanazawa, and get to see the whole facility. So pretty amazing. So what we're doing is we're doing a braised beef cheek over a yam puree. We have some watermelon radishes that were steamed over bamboo, diced up and then sauteed with shiitake mushrooms. And then we take that natural liqueur, we actually cook that down until we get a really, really nice sauce that's intense. So we'll drizzle that right on the top to kind of add the salinity back into it. And then we've got some sea beans. I'll let you talk about the sea beans since they came from you.
Yeah, well, that's actually one of the only things we're not really getting from Colorado. As we know, is the ocean. But, I mean, wait a second. I wanted to back up because that sauce, how long does it take to really cook?
Yeah, I mean that's been going for a while.
It looks like candy. I mean, you guys, I am so excited. We did have a follow-up because, Michael, someone asked him, where did 291 come from? And so we're going to let him tell that.
So everything about my bottle, everything about the name, everything, all have stories. I'm from Georgia. You tell stories. So 291 was the very first photo gallery ever in the world. Gallery 291 Fifth Avenue in New York. Around 1907, Alfred Stieglitz opened it. When I went to SCAD, Savannah College of Art and Design, freshman year, my dorm room was 291. I did not know about the gallery until that year when I studied art history. So 291 came from there. But when I started the distillery, making the still out of photogravure plates, and the process of distillation reminds me of the dark room, so I thought 291 would be a good name. So
that is super cool, actually. Thank you, Michael. Well, thank you, brother. So this is coming right out right now, and I'm excited about it. Is everyone still hungry? You got any room?
Okay.
We'll enjoy the music.
Pay attention. Want to go mushroom? Yeah.
haven't made it down to the line, that's Dan's shot. I like that tub inside that. I got 3 more. Keep your menus paid so that you can sign your menu. And take pictures of it. On your Instagram. Make sure your menu is sign your menu. Oh, really? So what's funny I'm dying to like this. He's all grown up.
I know.
Got a button-down shirt.
It's a lot different.
He combs his hair.
I knew the past part there.
Well, then the past part of your life was cooking. It's not like I was a monster, was I?
No, absolutely not. You were always very charming and rude at the same time. It's like amazing. Rude and charming.
That's me in a nutshell, right?
He's telling me to get off. Did you see Michael? Yeah. I just fucking tore it out. Fucking was all mad. He's like, is he wearing his shows right now? He told me I didn't have to do the next one. It's folded in. What's he trying to do? Dude, it's your boy is trying to stick his cock aside. Jay doesn't do that. Like, I waited until like everything was dead, and then you were starting back up with like, well, there's mashed potato or whatever it was going to be. I just want to see my hair. I know. It was just enough time. And listen, hit me out the chest there. He's got to keep that thing. I can't do that. I got no. You to go up to somebody. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey Jay, do this. This is what I'm thinking of putting in my booth at the restaurant show. Ready for this? For those new Boca chips? This is a Zamponi. They're paid like the logo on it. That is a huge stainless steel floor that comes out below the chips. That's what's up.
Major awards. I know, but he wouldn't say that. I kept trying to make him say that and say that and say that. I couldn't get him to say that. But that's why I put him up there, bro. Then he started copying it because he made 6 hours and dedicated to somebody. I mean, that's something like specific. I'm wasting time editing your fucking local video. It takes me fucking 4 hours because I gotta cut out the right word local and try to still put it together so it's not boring. If you coach me during it, dude, that's total ad hoc. I mean, seriously. I'm like thinking about seriously sitting down and writing out the script every day and going out and doing what I did because I'll tell you, I had before I even got out of bed, I had people hating me like, dude, that video is classic. Well, you're welcome. Is that what you're trying to say? Yes. I said thank you already. The hardest thing about this what the fuck is up? You know what the hardest thing about it is what you're saying? Like, is doing it. You know what I mean? Because like the first day you want to do it, you're going to get in the word. And that's why people, and I'm not, you should. You know what I mean? That's why people pay other people, like, theoretically. Dude, that's why I've been trying to tell you to put hook you up with fucking video editing shit for people. I told you this already, Jay. I know, but here's the thing. He's not going to help you. I'm going to help you put a plan together so you can just fucking say, this is how much I can make. This is what I can do. This is so if I put that together, I want to do something. People, right, to do whatever that is, like if I was a marketer, to go do that, that would crash this. Well, we can schedule it so you have enough time to do production for somebody
see there's still certain skill sets I'm hanging on to, but there's others that are dropping off. Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Smoking brothers.
Is that before the show?
Yeah, it's like 5 o'clock.
You gotta be careful with that liquid nitrogen. It'll fucking
Can right off.
No way.
Watch. This dessert? Yeah. Coming up. That ice cream he was making with the liquid nitrogen. It worked? No, it's got it.
Oh my god.
That's got to be tagged into this somehow.
Oh, it will be, but I think I'm going to put it up tomorrow. Yeah, that's...
Want to talk to John and Holly? I think that's a good idea. I'm going to introduce Ray to Richmond and say a little something about their place. I'll get that up and then you can talk about it. Good job.
I'm going to tell them, limited. I want not so much polish, but I don't want it to go over 30 minutes. I don't want this. Okay.
My wife doesn't like it because I have so many kid fans. So I don't.
But brother, thumbs up.
Okay, Mom, how are we going to get people's attention this time?
Well, we're not going to scream. We're going to clap. Did you see? Go like that. Quiet it down.
Wow, 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 wow. Yes, here we go into dessert. Mom, thank you for helping us get the crowd's attention. Brother Luck's dinner week 6. Did this disappoint? Come on. Yes, let's hear it for Chef Brother Luck. Let's hear it for Chef Brother Luck. Let's hear it for Chef Brother Luck. Yes! That is what I'm talking about. It's about the people. Did anybody meet a new friend tonight? Anybody? Yes, you did? Did anybody get to know my mom? I did. Yes, my mom rocks. Everybody needs a mom like hers. As we continue on, there's folks that we want to introduce, but there's one man, we call him the Reverend. We call him the mayor. He's the mayor of culinary. Has anybody had Rockalitas tortillas at all? You have? All right. You may not know it, but the best tortillas in town are from a man. His name is Little Rich Snyder. You might have seen his Cadillac out front. He's larger than life. He's the big man. He's the two and only. He's Mr. Showtime. Come on up here. The mayor of this church right here is Little Rich Snyder. I love him, and so do you, Little Rich.
Thank you, Greg. What a dinner, huh? What a dinner. You know, it's going to be fun. A long time ago, I used to do stand-up comedy at the Comedy Works back in the early 80s. And some of the people that I did shows with, I mean, people would come in on a Tuesday night, and 20 years later, they're like, oh, my God, I saw this guy. I saw these superstars. And truly, I mean, Brother's already accomplished a whole lot of fame, but truly, in a year, 2 years, 3 years from now, when you tell people, I was in this little 1,200 square foot kitchen having a table dinner with Brother Luck, right? I mean, he sweated on me. That's going to be a pretty cool thing. That's going to be a pretty cool thing. I want to bring up a couple things. First off, thanks from the bottom of our hearts for coming, supporting the Modern Eater, supporting local. We have a lot of fun down here. It's like it truly is a family. It's got just a genuine feel to it, huh? It's not stuffy or pretentious. It's hot. It's sloppy. It's messy, just like family. So that's what it is. One thing, we've got a great dinner coming up next week, the ACF. We've got like those superstars of tomorrow coming in to cook some amazing food.
Who's got tickets?
Yeah, who does have tickets to that?
Oh, that's not enough.
You didn't. I'm surprised you don't. That's the first place I looked. I gotcha. I gotcha. Well, if you enjoy, there's two more people I want to bring up. If you've enjoyed the bread on your table, we have two people largely responsible for that. Although, dang it, I would like to have seen tortillas and chips, but that's a whole other thing. I want to bring up one of our favorites, John Irvin. Come on up, John. John, so if on your table you've seen some gluten-free bread on a little white plate, not a basket, but the sliced bread. Yes. This is the man who's responsible for it. So I'm going to let John have a couple words so you can learn about him, his products, and what they can do for you. Go ahead.
All right, thanks. How y'all doing tonight?
I felt like I was supposed to say something.
Well, yeah, I own gluten-free things up in Arvada, 64th and Sims, and we are a dedicated gluten-free facility. I was an engineer prior to going into the gluten-free business. Basically, the middle of 2010, started officially. Our bakery was actually moved in our bakery in January 2012. I wanted to become real good at gluten-free, not wheat. Didn't really ever bake. Kind of like what
be on the bottom.
Michael was saying. You know, he never did distilling and stuff like that before. I never really baked. I did at home some and stuff like that. But we've developed probably one of the best tasting, according to my customers, gluten-free and vegan products. I get people that come in my shop. Greg's seen it. and Jay's seen it, where people have actually come in and cried celiacs. But, you know, I mean, well, when you can't eat something, I thought it was always kind of a farce that, you know, you couldn't eat something, and then I became highly asthmatic and couldn't eat. I was down to rice cakes, vegetable, and water. And I've resolved it since then, but what I'm getting at is when you can't eat, and you can tell I like to eat, but the thing is that I started into this kind of as a fluke. But please come in. I mean, you know, if you know anybody that's gluten-free, we're one of the few dedicated gluten-free facilities in the Denver metro area. We do all kinds of breads, cookies, muffins, and things like that. But try some of that bread. I mean, you know, it tastes like real bread. And the thing is that unless you've eaten gluten-free, you really don't honestly know what bad is. And but anyways, we minimize. I mean, there's a whole bunch of rules I've taken from my engineering background and stuff like that. But go onto our website, see what we do. You know, come in and taste it. I mean, really serious. Taste our chocolate icing and stuff.
And it's on the table, so you can even right now taste it.
Yeah, you can. You can taste that. But we got all kinds of stuff like, you know, cakes and cookies and muffins and just all kinds of different things. And we're always baking something, and I'm always actually creating new products. And so what I do is my customers come in, and I actually try to get them to taste it, you know, to give me a feedback. Because I like liver and onions. Who likes liver and onions here? Probably not very many. Yeah. But I mean, what I'm getting at is most people don't like liver and onions. So even though I make a great liver and onions, it would be not a right way to go, you know, with respect to a product. So, but one last thing is, one of the two things with respect to Rich. Number one, I used to be the shortest guy here, okay? When he came here this year, I was like, oh man, finally I know what the tall guys look like. And the second thing is, I'll tell you something, his chips, you can actually tell his chips with respect to when we go into restaurants, and I do a lot of testing and stuff like that for all of our stuff. You can actually taste the difference with his chips and stuff. So he does a phenomenal job. But anyways, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Y'all have a good day, and appreciate y'all coming in.
John, and just in case later on you're like, okay, they were talking about the gluten-free, and I didn't quite get that. Where do we jump in? John, where's your store?
64th and Sims in Arvada. Just remember gluten-free things.
And it's glutenfreethings.com.
Glutenfreethings.com.
Makes it real. Makes it real easy.
Gluten-free Colorado. If you do it, you'll see on the SEO. We'll come up on the top.
Oh, great. Let's give a hand to John. Great supporter of Colorado culinary. So the next one I'm going to bring up, John, she's prettier than you in her eye. I got to tell you. I
have my wife. She makes me look prettier.
I want to bring up Hollis from Aspen Baking. Come on up. Come on up. I'm going to tell you a little bit about Hollis and Aspen. I know. God, we'll make this real quick.
Really hard lineup.
Hollis, I'm just going to let Hollis do it. Go ahead. Tell us about Aspen Baking and the amazing products you make.
Well, I just want to say thanks for having me here tonight. This is my first time ever doing anything like this with you guys. I've been coming to the Modern Eater now ever since you guys kind of really got started up. We've got a long-standing relationship. You bring us your tamales every Christmas. He brings them. We've got about 90 employees at the bakery, and you know, we love coming here. Everyone's just we're such a family.
Sure if you forgot it.
So Aspen, we started with the resolve to have the best tasting sourdough in Colorado. A lot of times people will say it's too sour. I don't think we're used to sourdough here. It's a 97-year-old starter from San Francisco. So we've been feeding the bitch. We've been feeding this bacteria. Yeah, we've been feeding it, and so the sourdoughs is what we're known for. We do bread for 800 restaurants and hotels in Denver. We're the largest fresh bakery. And it's all natural. It doesn't have any preservatives. It has a lot of butter and a lot of sugar and egg and gluten. And so if you guys have ever been to, the Cherry Cricket, Union Station, we've got Lark Burger, Moe's Barbecue. It's on our burger bun. but yeah, we love working with you guys, and it's a great company to be a part of. What are you doing?
Way too humble. I mean, here's an institution of Colorado. It's Aspen Baking Company. It's local. It's fine ingredients. Bread is the center of the plate for most of the people. Who doesn't love their bread? Come on, everybody loves their bread, and sandwiches are not sandwiches without delicious bread. They do so many things. Hollis is being very humble right now, but this is a place to where you can go on to aspenbaking.com and you can actually apply as a vendor, if you're a vendor, and meet with Hollis. She's going to have all of your baking and bread needs, but moreover than that, it comes out fresh daily. If you've ever been to their facility, which we've gone to, Hollis and the team, Cody and Jeff, the whole everybody there is so involved in bread. These guys lead Colorado in bread and baking, and it's so much more than just bread. It's pastries, it's everything that you want, but truly, Hollis, you do great work. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Hollis Casey, right there, Aspen Baking Company. Little Rich, it's time to throw it over to the man, the myth, the legend, Brother Luck. Here it is, dessert course, right?
Yeah, so we're in summertime, and when I think summer, I think camping, not thanks to Top Chef, because we all got to sleep in the snow in camp, and that was miserable. But I think of s'mores, and I think of how many fire pits and how many campsites that are getting toasted marshmallows. So this is kind of a breakdown of a s'more. You've got a graham cracker sablé. That's your crescent. Underneath you have a chocolate namalaka, which is a chocolate infused with a nice almost Rice Krispie crunch. You've got a brown butter sea salt ice cream that we spun with a little bit of liquid nitrogen. There's some dark chocolate bits, and then a torch meringue and a dried meringue. So you have two different types of marshmallow on the plate. But we thought this would just be a nice way to just kind of finish it off and, you know, finish off the days of summer with.
Who doesn't appreciate this man's time tonight? Seriously. He's all over the world. He's doing so many things. Where'd you just get back from, brother?
I was in the Netherlands.
Oh, you were in the Netherlands. How about before that?
I don't know. Where was I?
Well, I mean, I watch you all the time on Instagram, brother. Who's following brother on Instagram? Anybody? You are? Okay, brother, you're doing things on Instagram right now, and I love what you do on Instagram, first of all. It's motivational, it's culinary, you're showing delicious food, but you're also showing methods behind it. But this new form of Instagram that you're doing right now, I'm in love with. What can people look forward to seeing if they follow Brother Luck on Instagram?
Yeah, you know, I think going through, I just wrote this very personal expose that hopefully will get released soon. But one of the lessons that I learned going through the whole television circuit and being on TV was the constant need for validation. And I think we've created that as a society, and we have to kind of break that mold and that cycle. So a lot of my platform, which I'm very fortunate to have a nice platform to do it on, you know, we talk about things from mental health to anxiety, depression, addictions from alcohol or drugs. You know, the harsh working conditions. We talk about vulnerability. We talk about approachability. In addition to cooking, I think, you know, I've learned that for me as a person, I'm more than just a chef. And it doesn't always have to be just the greatest hits of my day that people get to see. I want to make it like, here's the real stuff. Here's what I'm going through. Here's what my team's going through. And it takes the filter off of kind of social media. So I've been...
Is that where you're at in your life? No Luck's Given?
Absolutely. No Luck's Given is something that we've started. And it's really about perseverance, determination, and courage. And my story is a big part of that. You know, I've been very fortunate to get to where I'm at, but it's not through any type of easy passage. You know, I come from a very urban environment, a very rough background. My father passed away when I was extremely young. I got into the restaurant industry out of necessity, and I've just always taken it as opportunity. So for me to get where I'm at, I'm very thankful and I'm very grateful. But it's one of the reasons why I tell my story so much, is because I've learned that as much pain and as much hurt and as troubling as it is to relive a lot of my past, my story isn't meant for me. It's meant for someone else to hear. So it's one of the biggest reasons why I get out there so much around the world and talk in front of students and people incarcerated or kids in the system or our soldiers. Everyone relates to that story. So I think putting ourselves out there is a good thing that we need to continue to do.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And truly, that's my inspiration, because when you think of no luck's given, you know what he's talking about. And I'm going to say it because we're not on the radio. No fucks given. We don't give a fuck. We love what we do. We love this industry. We love the newcomers coming up in this. And truly, when we look around this room right now and you see the folks that are new friends and they're going to become old friends, and you're Brother Luck's friend right now. And thank you so much for coming out. First of all, everybody, Brother Luck, this is his dinner. Can we get you to just stand up? Come on. Come on, let's give this man the applause that he deserves. He could be anywhere else in the world tonight, but Chef Brother Luck, you're here with us tonight. I love you so much, brother. Look at this. This is what community is all about.
And shout out to the Modern Eater. These guys have been at my restaurant way before any of the television shows, before Bobby Flay, before Chopped, before Top Chef. These two were in my kitchen, and we were making pork rinds. Chicharrones, yeah. So I love the history that I have with these two, because
it's grit.
It's been amazing.
It's determination. Brother Luck, thank you.
Thank you.
What a wonderful dinner. Oh, my goodness. How was dessert, you guys? Hopefully you'll come back. You don't have to go. We're going to turn the music up. The party's just begun. But if you stick around long enough, you'll be doing dishes. That's what it's like when you're at the family. Thank you guys so much. Brother Luck, you're the man. I love you so much. Thank you, everybody. Oh, God. Thank you guys, everybody, the help that we had tonight. Thank you so much, Gigi, you guys, for coming out. I love it. Thank you, Brian.
You can take it.